VIDVAS Learning is a product of VIDVAS Technologies Private Limited. In this session, we would go over LTE IPv6 UE IP address assignment call flow. The following is the list of widely used abbreviations in LTE EPC. The diagram shows non-roaming architecture for 3GPP access. We assume that you have fair understanding of LTE EPC architecture. If not, please go over VIDVAS Learning LTE EPC overview video tutorial. Let us go over IPv6 UE IP address assignment call flow in LTE. Assume UE is already registered in LTE, and has a default PDN connection for the APN, IMS. Here we discuss how UE establishes second PDN connection, for the APN, Internet. IPv6 28-bit, in length, consists of IPv6 prefix, and IPv6 interface identifier. UE sends NAS PDN connectivity request, for the APN, IMS. UE sends PDN type as IPv6, in NAS PDN connectivity request, to get IPv6 IP address. PDN type as IPv4v6, UE may get both IPv4 and IPv6 IP addresses, based on UE subscription at HSS. For simplicity of the call flow, let us assume PDN type as IPv6 here. ENB forwards the NAS PDN connectivity request in uplink NAS transport message to MME. SGW selection by MME is done based on tracking area identity. MME gets a list of SGW, either from database or from DNS. MME selects a SGW from this list via MC hashing. PGW selection is done by MME that UE has sent. MME uses PGW IP address or PDN gateway name and resolve using DNS if PDN gateway allocation type is static. MME uses PGW IP address resolution using DNS based on APN in case of PDN gateway allocation type is. If UE does not send APN, MME looks for default APN in UE subscription downloaded from HSS and continue to use that. If UE sends APN and there is no match in subscription, MME looks for wildcard APN record. If there is a record, MME uses that. If UE sends match in subscription, and there is no wildcard APN in subscription, MME should send PDN connection reject. In this call flow, assume that UE sends APN, and there is a match in the subscription. Operator may even configure static UE IP address at HSS. In that case, MME says in create session request. In that case, PGW uses the IP address received in create session request, and does not assign any IP address for the UE. MME sends create session request to SGW by including QCI9, APN, MC, PGW IP, ERAB ID, other important parameters. SGW sends create session request to PGW. Here SGW learns PGW IP address from create session request. SGW also includes its user plane FTE ID for downlink. Here PCO is protocol configuration option. The IP address allocation using DHCP beyond PDN connection procedure. PGW doesn't assign UE IP address. For simplicity, here assume PCO indicates that UE IP address should be assigned during PDN connectivity procedure. Also assume there is no UE IP address sent by MME create session request. To assign UE IP address, PGW has two options. One is to assign UE IP address from its local pool of IP addresses, and the other is make DHCP query and get IP address. Assigned UE IP address is included in the create session response by PG to SGW. PGW would also include its user plane FTE ID for uplink. Create session response from PGW would have IPv6 interface identifier and not IPv6 prefix. SGW sends its FTE ID for uplink in create session response to MME. Activate default EPS bearer context request in S1 APE RAB setup request to ENB. NAS activate default EPS bearer context request has IPv6 interface identifier, QCI9, PDN type, APN, ERAB ID and so on. ENB forwards the NAS message to UE's FTE ID for downlink and send this information in S1 APE RAB setup response to MME. UE receives the NAS message and sends NAS activate default EPS bearer context accept message to MME. After receiving NAS activate default EPS bearer context accept from UE, MME sends modif error request to SGW with ENBFTE ID for downlink. SGW sends modify bearer response to MME. At this point in time, data path towards Internet is not complete, as UE has not received IPv6 after PDN connection establishment. Gateway sends ICMP router advertisement with IPv6 prefix to UE over default bearer of Internet PDN connection. UE constructs complete IPv6 UE IP address after receiving IPv6 prefix from the gateway. IPv6 UE IP is combination of IPv6 prefix and IPv6 interface identifier. If gateway does not send ICMP router advertisement message to UE, then UE would send ICMP router solicitation message to gateway, seeking IPv6 prefix. In that case, the gateway would send ICMP router advertisement message with IPv6 prefix to UE. At this point in time, data path towards Internet is complete, as UE is able to construct complete IPv6 UE IP address. The following is the list of 3GPP references. 3GPP 23.401 for LTE architecture. 3GPP 33.401 for security. 3GPP 24.301 for NAS. 3GPP 36.413 for S1 AP. 3GPP 36.423 for X2 AP. 3GPP 29.272 for S6A. 3GPP 29.274 for GTPC. 3GPP 29.281 for GTPU. 3GPP 29.212 for GX. 3GPP 32.299 for G and GZ. For upcoming videos, please subscribe to VIDVAS Learning channel on YouTube. For complete set of videos on LTE EPC, please contact us at vidvaslearning@gmail.com. To know more about VIDVAS Technologies Private Limited, please visit our website www.vidvas.com. Thank you for watching.